Welcome to Primal Survival today, folks. So we're starting to have issues in this tomato house. So let me show you what we got going on today on this video. This is going to be about pest control and weed control and skyrocketing these tomatoes into their production phase. So they're already putting out quite a bit of tomatoes. Blooms and blossoms everywhere. They're growing up to the ceiling. And I'm really pleasantly pleased about this whole thing. But I did find a katydid. Oh, there it is right there, actually. Whoa, look at that thing. Pretty sure that's what they call a katydid. I heard they are predatory and they actually eat other pest bugs. Not sure. We'll see. I'm going to prune today. So let me look at this. It's just so dense in here. Not really sure if that's a good thing for them. I don't think it is. I think it attracts pests and mold and lack of airflow. Let's see, we got a tomato coming on down there. You can see them. They're just starting to show up everywhere. So if I really want these things to be their best, I need to prune. I may need to top a few of them. That means they're going to bush out to the sides. And I'm going to prune down here inside the barrel, cut off excess growth, and that will hopefully it will put the production of the plant into the fruits, so it won't grow up and it won't grow inside the barrel, but it's going to grow out where I want it. Pruning is a pretty good science. You can really manipulate the plant to do what you want. I got a thorn in my foot. Ouch. Here's another little tomato there. They're starting to go, but man, look at this excess growth. It's just so thick in here. It is a tomato forest. Next year, I am going to space these things a lot more. This is really something else here, folks. And here's a different strain of red tomato. Some of these got blasted by too much heat. I did lose one. As you can see, there's nothing in here now. But 4 of them are still going. 2 are doing really well. A 3rd one is catching up, and the 4th one is still struggling. But yeah, I'm going to limit the pruning today to 5 cuts per plant, so I don't go overboard, and maybe a 6th cut with just topping the plants, so they won't grow up anymore and press up against the plastic. But all right, here we go. Oh yeah, and then also, look at this. This is ridiculous. All the weeds are back. This is not a clean greenhouse anymore, and this invites pests and mold and all kinds of stuff, so this all needs to be cleaned up. Today is going to be a big gardening day. So I'm going to get to work and show you the aftermath. Alright, so I feel like the right thing to do first is to clean the area again. Now, I did this 2 months ago, but man, it's been raining and lots of sun, and there's tons of growth. So I got a nice glove on here to pull the weeds up with, and I'm just gonna go to town. So you just go like this, just weed. I'm gonna do all this first. Give me more room to walk, you know, more room to get around in here. Look at these weeds. These are actually wild edibles I'm pulling up, but in this case, they're we got a lot of them. I'm actually getting ready to do a video on these kinds. But man, there's just weeds. They got to go. Gotta go around and pull them all up by hand. Let me see here. I want to zoom out is what I want to do. There we go. So the best thing to garden in is shorts and sandals. Keeps all the bugs off of you. As soon as they get on, you feel them. They don't hide themselves in the folds of your pants and creep up on you later while you're sleeping. But all this has got to go. This is just too much. And there's some wild mint. See that wild mint right there? I must have pulled some of that up. I can smell it. Man, I need a little helmet with a GoPro, and I can just film and work. So here we go. I'm gonna get this done. Alright, so I got most of the weeds out. Things are looking a little more copacetic. It is a hot one out here, folks. It's hot. It's about 115 degrees here in the Hooper Houser. But I'm loving it. It's a sauna. You know, none of the gyms here in Branson have a sauna, so I get my own right here. So it's pretty awesome. I'm loving it. And here are my pruning shears. They were pretty rusty and they were doing a bad job, so I took a stone to them, greased them up, tightened them up, and they will cut paper now. Good stuff. I did not stick to my only 5 to 6 cuts per plant. That was ridiculous. I'm more like doing like 20 cuts a plant. Look at all this, and I'm not even done yet. So I thinned out everything down here. I may have killed my plants. I don't know. We're gonna find out. This is a good test, but let me show you what was lurking down here. I found some rotten growth, and the plant was already rejecting a lot of these to begin with. They just fell off. But so I'm just kind of figuring out this as I go. I cut off some from right here. It was overshadowing this plant and pulling the plant too much this way. So I'm just kind of going with logic. Just kind of going with the logics, folks. So see this one? I haven't done this one yet. It's just way too bunched up in there. I've done this one. And also this opens things up to where I can get a scoop of fertilizer in there. Yeah. And hopefully the plant will respond well to all this, and it'll just start putting all the production into the fruits. See, I've only done about 3 of them. Been out here for a while. Okay, so I'm done with the pruning. I got them all exposed on the bottom, and they look like I haven't even touched them. I'm gonna have to tie some of these up. See these here? Since they don't have the bottom one supporting them on the inside, I'm gonna have to tie them up like this. So excellent. I'm also trying to propagate one. I took a sucker off of one, planted it in here. This needs a ton of water. I'm going to do that. I did find some pests. There's one right there. Little worm. Sayonara. So this is the fertilizer. I'm going to put a scoop in each one. It's my way of telling the plants I'm sorry. Right here. So this is organic for organic gardening. Plant food, tomatoes on the front. You see that? 5, 4, 6. So I'm gonna put a scoop in each one of these, and now we get to watering and tying them up. All right. So I fertilized them all. Now what I'm trying to do is wash it all into the dirt. So my goal here is to water these until water comes out of this little weep hole down here. See that hole? That's 4 inches up. That means there's going to be at least 4 inches of water always in the bottom of this. So that's kind of self-watering. It's an idea that me and my dad came up with, and it seems to be working well so far. Gives you a good measure on how much to water these too. So this is what it looks like before I'm watering them. See all the fertilizer down there? I got that in each one of them. Nice and good stuff. All right, I'm gonna get to work. Here's something else that I wanted to do, and I finally did it. This episode was put an air source going on the plants. This is going to help them be healthy. It's going to mimic the natural outside because they are a little blocked by the things around them for wind. But this here is going to help pollinate them as well, because tomatoes are pollinated by the air. And it's going to make them stronger. It's providing small amounts of stress that they can build up against. And in my opinion, I think it's going to help against pests too, and diseases. Because if the leaves are wet, this keeps them dry. And the pests, maybe the air will keep them from being able to fly around very good and land on them and lay eggs. So, yeah, got that going. I'm happy about it. That thing's going for a swing. So remember when I warned you all in the first video about keeping the plastic up during a rainstorm? Well, this is what happens. It rained pretty bad last night. Got a big old bulge of water in there.